Skin the Hardaway 7T, back with another EP. I appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. We here for a good time, not a long time. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when we roll on in. We gonna make this, as quick as possible. We're gonna try to get this within 8 minutes. So I need y'all to do your boy a favor. Smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Greatly appreciate it. Today we here with the fight breakdown prediction between Chase Hooper and Steve Garcia. And also, we here with the fight breakdown and prediction between Philip Hawes and Dolidze. You know what I mean? First, we're going to start with Chase the Dream Hooper. He's taking on Steve Garcia. Chase the Dream Hooper, 23 years old, 11-2, 4 knockouts, 5 submissions, 2 decisions. He lost 2 decisions, and he has a 1 draw. He's taking on Steve Garcia, 12 wins, 5 losses, 9 knockouts. Been knocked out once himself, lost 3 decisions and 3 decision wins. 30 years old, 6 foot. He normally fights at 155. He's going down to 145. This will be his first fight at the 145-pound division. He's fighting Chase Hooper, who is one of the young, bright prospects in the UFC. I like Chase Hooper. I'm a fan of Chase Hooper. What's good, my brother's keeper? What's good, Ray Buck? MP, what the fuck? Appreciate you sliding through. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. We ain't gonna be here too long. Chase Hooper's one of the bright young prospects in the UFC. I like Chase Hooper. Steven Garcia, is the guy. He's on his last fight. This is his last fight on his contract in the UFC. So he's the guy who's fighting to stay around. And Chase Hooper is the guy who's been with the UFC since he was about 18 years old. He's now 23 years old, right? And I feel like he's kind of, coming into himself. In his last 5 fights, right, he won 1, lost 1, won 1, lost 1, won 1, right? So he kind of, back and forth. The fights, right? The fights that Chase Hooper, the fight that Chase Hooper is the ones he's supposed to win, right? The ones where he's the favorite, right? He lose, and then he's been the underdog like he was in his last fight against Diaz Corrales. He was the underdog in that fight, big underdog, and he ended up getting a knockout stoppage over Steven Garcia. I feel like Corrales, is a better fighter than Steven Garcia. So in this fight, I'm going to take Chase Hooper. And Chase Hooper, this is traditional, right? This is a striker versus a grappler matchup. Steve Garcia being the striker, Chase Hooper being the grappler, right? But I actually think this is, this is bad if you're Steven Garcia, right? You're the striker, but I think Chase Hooper's striking is just as good as Steven Garcia. And I think on the ground, Chase Hooper is a lot better than Steven Garcia. I don't think this is a case where Hooper has to take him down to win this fight. I think Chase Hooper, could stand to fight this fight on his feet for a little minute and then take down Steven Garcia if he so chooses. You know what I mean? I actually see this fight. I see Chase Hooper actually having the advantage on the feet in this fight, right? And then maybe knocking Steven Garcia down and then hopping on top of him and maybe getting a ground and pound stoppage. Or, I could see him taking Steven Garcia down, just controlling him for 3 rounds and getting a decision, right? So I got Chase Hooper in this fight over Steven Garcia. You know what I mean? For Steven Garcia, right? So I got Chase Hooper over Steven Garcia, TKO stoppage. I got Chase Hooper, TKO stoppage. Steven Garcia, he got, chin issues. I could see Chase Hooper actually stopping him or taking him down and submitting him. TKO stoppage or submission. I'm going to go out on the limb, right? I'm going to say Chase Hooper, TKO stoppage, but for sure Chase Hooper gets the win in this fight over Steven Garcia, right? So let's move on. To the next fight. We got Philip Hawes versus Roman Dolidze. We got Roman Dolidze, right? 10-1, 34 years old, 6'3", 185 pounds, 5 KOs, 3 submission wins, 2 decisions, and he has 1 decision loss. His last fight, he got a win over Kyle Dukas. First round knee. He had Kyle Dukas pressed up against the cage, and he flung a high knee, hit Kyle Dukas in the head, and knocked Kyle Dukas out. Pretty impressive win for Dolidze. Right in his last fight, he's facing off against Philip Hawes. Philip Hawes, 33 years old, 5'11", 185 pounds, 8 KOs, 2 submissions, 2 decisions, been stopped twice, and 1 submission loss. In his last fight, he TKO'd Darren Wynn. In his fight before that, he lost to Chris Curtis by knockout in an extremely exciting fight in which he was a favorite against Chris, but Chris stepped up. He did his thing, and Chris went on to do, big things after that fight as well. So no shame in losing to Chris Curtis. He himself also beat Dukas. You know what I mean? Did Philip Hawes, and he also beat Mavu. Did Philip Hawes. In this fight, this is basically Philip Hawes is actually a national championship wrestler. He's a junior college championship wrestler, right? And he's also a national championship wrestler, but he's a striker. He's a guy that wants to strike. You know what I mean? Both guys want to strike. Both guys possess wrestling ability. Philip Hawes is actually the better wrestler. And I also give Philip Hawes the power advantage. And I also give Philip Hawes the speed advantage in this fight with Dolidze. And I also give Philip Hawes the striking advantage in this fight with Dolidze. This fight right here, you ain't going to want to miss it. I think it's going to be quick. One of these guys is going to sleep, and I think it's going to be Dolidze. I got Philip Hawes knocking out Dolidze. I think this fight is going to end in the first round. I think the longer this fight goes, right, advantage Dolidze. But I think Philip Hawes is going to come in here. He's going to do what he has to do, and I think he's going to end up getting a knockout in this. So I got Philip Hawes to win over Dolidze. So I got Chase Hooper over Steven Garcia, and I got Philip Hawes over Dolidze. I greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. It's getting harder way Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking, and I'm out. Look.